Welcome to Vienna, Austria's enchanting capital city. Get ready to embark on a journey through this cultural haven, as we unveil the top 10 things to do in Vienna. From imperial palaces to musical masterpieces, this city has something for everyone. Number 10. Prater Amusement Park. What could be a more enjoyable way to experience Vienna than having a fun-packed day at the Prater Amusement Park? The Wiener Prater Park was once a hunting ground that developed into a public space for food stands and small amusement stalls. It now hosts the impressive amusement park and is free to enter. You pay for the individual rides instead. Inside the park is a multitude of rides and stalls, including a huge Ferris wheel, bumper cars, carousels and hair-raising roller coasters. There are also such things as shooting ranges, a waxworks display and a light gauge railway to keep you entertained. Number 9. Vienna Natural History Museum. Housed in a sophisticated palace complex that is typical of the historical architecture in Vienna, the Natural History Museum has a huge collection of minerals, precious stones, meteorites, fossils, skeletons of animals, displays of various insects and mammals, and even some taxidermy of extinct species. With over 30 million objects, the museum's collection is one of the most important in Europe, and new additions are arriving all the time. This fascinating venue also has a digital planetarium where you can see intriguing films about the Earth and its development. Number 8. Vienna State Opera. Opera and fine architecture is synonymous with Vienna, and the Vienna State Opera provides both in abundance. This outstanding building is located centrally in the Innenstadt district and is considered one of the finest opera houses in the world. The exterior has a neo-Renaissance style and is characterized by its many arches and arched windows, while the interior is extremely decadent and feels more like a palace than a place of musical celebration. Number 7. Belvedere Museum. This gigantic palatial complex and gardens is split into Upper and Lower Belvedere and served as a summer residence for Austrian princes in the 1600s. The two palaces themselves feature amazing architecture and stand out royally in the gardens. Upper Belvedere has a detailed facade with green domed semi-towers, while Lower Belvedere has a simpler design. Both palaces face the stunning gardens. Sites at the Belvedere Museum include the two palaces, which hold a staggering collection of artwork and decorated staterooms, and the expansive landscape gardens complete with pools and an orangery. Number 6. Tiergarten Schönbrunn, Vienna Zoo. Located within the grounds of the Schönbrunn Palace, the Tiergarten Zoo is the oldest zoo in the world and touts itself as a center for species preservation and educational fulfillment. Originally built as a menagerie, the zoo has several original buildings from that era and mingled together with more modern structures, create a pleasant place to walk through. The zoo is home to a myriad of animals, from the endangered giant panda, to giraffes, sea lions and sloths. There are many talks throughout the day by experienced zookeepers and even a simulated Amazon rainforest environment to walk through. Number 5. Rathaus. Vienna is full of historical and significant architecture, and the town hall located on Rathausplatz is a fine addition to this collection. A later addition to the city, the Rathaus was constructed in the 1800s in a neo-Gothic style to accommodate the offices of the mayor for an ever-increasing city population. Similar in style to the town hall in Brussels, the Rathaus has 5 towers, the middle of which is the largest and is topped by the iconic Rathausmann statue. Guided tours are available of the inside of the town hall on certain days, and this is well worthwhile just to see the extravagant style of the rooms and what it must be like to work inside such a wonderful building. Number 4. Schoenberg Gardens. Another exceptional part to the Schönbrunn Palace complex and worthy of a separate visit in its own right, the gardens at Schönbrunn are simply magical. The grounds of the park extend from the palace for over a kilometer, and you could spend hours walking through the various sections and displays. You can walk through the parterre and admire the uniform flower beds, or get lost in the beautiful hedge maze and labyrinth. Neptune's fountain is a stunning piece of artwork, while there is even an artificial Roman ruin complete with stone statues. Number 3. Stephens Cathedral. This monolithic structure stands proud in the Stephensplatz and has been the most important church in Vienna and Austria since its construction. The beauty of this building is undeniable, and its huge tower dominates the Vienna skyline and stands as the tallest church tower in Austria. Everything about St. Stephen's Cathedral oozes opulence, from the Romanesque and Gothic design of the exterior, to the dominating pointed tower, and the intricately decorated main roof complete with hundreds of colored tiles forming an intriguing pattern. Inside the church there are a total of 18 altars, several smaller chapels, and even some tombs and catacombs. Number 2. Hofburg Palace. The Hofburg Palace is another huge palatial complex that pays tribute to the power and influence of the Habsburg dynasty and served as the main winter palace for the rulers of the Austro-Hungarian Empire for hundreds of years. Today the complex is home to offices of the President of Austria and serves as a presidential base. The buildings have undergone many additions since their creation in the 13th century, and the most impressive of which is the fabulous semicircular Neue Burg. Visitors can admire the beauty and style of the Baroque architecture, take a tour through the imperial apartments, or visit one of the detailed museums in the complex. Number 1. Schönbrunn Palace. Standing since the 1600s and holding a major role of cultural importance in Austria, the Schönbrunn Palace is a colossal 1441-room structure and complex that is the main tourist attraction in Vienna. The Habsburgs have held residence here for many years, and indeed emperors of Austria have been born in the palace too. The palace itself is an immense building and designed in a Baroque style with a symmetrical main building that has hundreds of windows and statues on the rooftop. Inside the palace are an assortment of rooms, all fully furnished and decorated in the original style. You can enjoy a tour through the rooms and admire the sumptuous furnishings and see how Austrian royalty lived. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more exciting travel adventures from around the world.